Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan I'm from 8th class Basic Analysis of English Prose in UIN Maulana Malik Ibrahim Malang, and now I'm in 4th semester. And today I would like to analyze a short story. Okay, after this we will discuss together about it. And I hope you enjoy with my explanation. Check it out.
I have already introduced myself to you, and if you want to know me more deeply, you can find me at Instagram at tan.aima. Okay, now I will explain about my analysis, and the title is A Story of Robin Hood by James Baldwin. Okay, the first is I will explain about the plot. Okay, in the plot there are exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. The first is exposition. In the exposition, this story introduces to us about the character Robin Hood and his personality and tells us about his army and what usually he used in the forest. And also there is a young man, Elinadel. Also, the story tells us about the setting of the story. Okay, next is rising action. The action rises in the story when the Robin Hood meets with a young man, where the young man feel hurt because he failed to marry his girlfriend because her father had matched her with a rich old man. And then climax. In the climax, Robin Hood is offering help to a young man, which is he offering with what will a young man give to Robin Hood. And then Robin Hood go to the church where he want to help a young man to get her love again. Next, falling action. In falling action, it happens when Robin Hood told to a young girl to choose her groom because he thinks that the groom is not matched, and also Robin Hood wanna help a young man. And then the last is resolution. The resolution here, a young man and a young girl were married, and they returned to the forest happily. Also in this story have a conflict, which is the conflict is Robin Hood versus society. Why? Because in this story, Robin Hood helped a young man to get her love again. The next is point of view. In this story, take a third person as point of view. The next is characters. The first character is Robin Hood, which is he has a personality as a brave person and care person to a poor people. And then the second is Aline Adele. In this story, Aline Adele described as someone who poor or as poor person because he felt hurt because his wedding. And the next is the maiden. The maiden is a young girl. A young girl is Ellen's bride. And then the last is bishop. Bishop in this story is flat character because he only one time uh, appears in the story. Yeah. Okay, the next is setting. In this story, there are three settings. Yeah, setting of place, setting of time, and setting of social. The first I will explain about the setting of place. The first, this story take the setting in England, which is where is Robin Hood alive or from England, and it is there or shown in first paragraph in the story. The next is in the woods or in the forest. It shows where the Robin Hood usually there. And the third is roadside. Roadside is where Robin Hood met with a young man. And the last is in the church. In the church is when Robin Hood helped a young man to get his love again. The next is setting of time. Setting of time here in the afternoon, which is when Robin Hood wanna go to church. And the last is setting of social. Setting of social, there are two. The first is an arranged marriage. Yeah, in this story, it shows us that in the era, the arranged marriage existed. And the second is social inequality. It shows us that there is a social gap between the rich and the poor, which is Robin Hood's role as a robber to help the poor. The next is symbolism. In this story, I found four symbols. They are broken heart, green, ring, and sword. The first is broken heart. Broken heart in this story indicates the pain and disappointment felt by a young man because he didn't get wedding, and he felt uh, hurt and anxiety. The second is green. It indicates a hope and a new life. Yeah, because in this story, Robin Hood and his army were sweets of green whenever they are want to uh, robbing a rich person to help a poor. Whenever Robin Hood is robbing rich people to help uh, the the poor people. And the third is ring. Ring in this story it indicates the long-term commitment. Yeah, it tells in the story when a young man keep the ring 7 years to give to his love in his wedding day. And the fourth is sword. Sword is it indicates a strength of Robin Hood and his army. The next is themes. In the theme, I choose a justice of love. It caused by a young man wants to fight for his love by taking his lover back again. Next is literary elements. In literary elements, I found three of it. They are metaphor, simile, and hyperbole. The first is metaphor. There are one metaphor in this story. It is their leader was a bold fellow called Robin Hood. And next is simile. There is one simile in this story. He seemed to be as happy as the day. And the last is there are two hyperbole. The first is my heart is broken and the other one is the best in the North Country. The next is formulate opinion. In this story implies that we as humans must be able to fight for what should be ours, although we take a big risk for it. So, I agree with the author about what is implied in the story. Next is connections. Yeah, this story can happen in the real world even though it has a different version. Also, this story has a deep message for life, so this story can be accepted and this story easy to understand. Okay, that's all for me. I hope you all understand what I have said. Thanks for watching.